Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 64.
Happy Mardi Gras! We are celebrating the right way by eating our way around the Magic Kingdom today. That's right, we're going for take 2 on the VIP food tour at Magic Kingdom. We're super excited about this. We're definitely feeling much better today. Alyssa's not sick anymore, so we're good to go. We're gonna go to Magic Kingdom and do that VIP food tour. We got in the car this morning plenty early to get to Magic Kingdom. Figured it would be faster to drive than wait for all the buses because there was quite a line at the bus stops. So we drove over to the TTC, hopped on a monorail because it was cold and rainy today.
Very cold.
And you know it's cold when I have long sleeves on and a jacket. It was just one of those really chilly rains that came through. So we're over there on the monorail, working our way over to Magic Kingdom. So pumped about this tour. We're about a half hour before the park opens. And then the monorail stopped.
Which isn't a huge deal. I mean, the monorails stop all the time. For whatever reason, sometimes they have to hold them. That's fine. We're sitting there. We can actually see the train station. We've got time. We're good. We're just sitting there. And we sat there. And it's been, 3-4 minutes. All right. It's been 7-8 minutes. All right. They keep coming over the intercom saying, we apologize for the delay, but they have yet to say, we'll be moving momentarily. We haven't gotten that message yet.
We're still just waiting on any update on when we can actually move this thing.
And we're watching the time, and we're watching the time, and we're watching the time. And so I looked up the numbers so that I could call the cast members there at the Taste of Magic Kingdom tour just to let them know, hey, we're here, but we're not here. Like, we can see the train station. We're on the monorail.
Here.
But we've been sitting here, and I know we're just a few minutes before it's time to be there. I'm just letting you know we're almost there. I think we're going to start going soon, but we're almost there. I think we'll make it. And they said, thanks for letting us know. We appreciate it. We'll hold on for you. Everyone else is here, but as soon as you get here, we'll take off. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we didn't move.
We just kept
sitting. And we sat there sat there. And they called me back and they're like, is there any chance your monorail is moving? Have you made it in? I said, I don't know what to do. I'm really sorry.
And they can hear it in the background. They hear the announcer going over and they said, are they saying you're moving now? Like, nope, that's them telling us the same thing again. We're still stuck here.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she said, do you mind if we let everyone else do the tour and we reschedule you? And I said, no, I don't mind. I don't want to keep everyone else there waiting just because we're sitting here because we didn't know how long it would be. And that just didn't seem right. So we again had to cancel our Taste of the Magic Kingdom tour.
Yep, strike 2.
Finally, about 5 minutes after they did leave for the tour, the monorail started going. But by the time the monorail started going, and then you have to get off the monorail, go through, scan your ticket, get in the park, it just takes even more time. So everyone else would have had to wait a solid 10 minutes for us. Yeah. And they had already waited because everyone was early.
And we still don't know what caused the monorail to hold up that long. We
never got an explanation.
No one told us. We just looked around. There was no monorail in the station. I have no idea. Totally bizarre. I've never had that happen for
We were
quite
not meant to go on this tour, apparently.
Something was wrong, I guess. Maybe we shouldn't go on the tour in the rain. I don't know what it was.
I have no idea what happened. So we made our way over to the Tony's Town Square booth because they did wait for us so we could reschedule. And because at this time they were only doing the tours on Monday and Tuesday, we did have to reschedule for next Monday. That's totally fine. I understand this was out of our control. We really appreciated them being flexible with us and working with us on this because we've just had 2 crazy experiences now. And thankfully, we have been able to reschedule, really hoping for the best on the 3rd try.
If it doesn't work on the 3rd try, I think we're just going to say, you know what, this tour isn't for us.
3rd time's a charm. That's what they say.
They also say 3 strikes, you're out. So, I mean...
I don't like that one.
I'm just saying, you're going to start getting into all the idioms and stuff.
Since we're here in Magic Kingdom, we decided to walk around and see if they were celebrating Mardi Gras at all. And we walked around, talked to some cast members, and they were not.
Nope.
So... we decided not to stay in the park. It was still cold and rainy, and so we got on the monorail and made our way over to Contemporary and went to the Wave to see if maybe they had reservations open for breakfast.
Yeah, we were kind of hungry, and I thought, instead of trying to go all the way back to our resort where they only have quick service, how about try and get a sit-down meal? Wave has a great brunch, and it's a buffet, so that'd be awesome. And if they're full, we can always keep going on the monorail over to Kona Cafe at Polynesian, or even Grand Floridian Cafe there at Grand Floridian. So
we have options.
We got options. We can just stick around. We got nothing pressing to do because we had the whole morning booked out for this tour. And thankfully, Wave did have some seats available for their brunch buffet that they had there, and I was super excited because this is one of my favorite meals at any of the monorail resorts is brunch at the Wave.
They seated us quickly, which we were very grateful for because we were starving at this point. Yep. We went to Magic Kingdom thinking we were going to go on the food tour and eat. Yeah. We didn't go on the food tour, which means we didn't eat, and now we are so hungry. So we got in there, and I did not remember how many options they had for brunch there. Oh my goodness. Of course, they have the normal eggs, bacon, sausage, grits, eggs Benedict. But then they also had things like parfaits, pastries, fruit, and then, of course, Mickey waffles. Oh, because are you even at Disney if you don't have a Mickey waffle?
You gotta have the Mickey waffles. They have so many different options here, and that's one of the things I like about it is they're smaller pans. It's not these giant buffet pans, so I feel like it's a little bit fresher. And they also have a nice variety. So no matter what you like for breakfast, they probably have something there that you're gonna want. I was very, very satisfied with the food here. It was as good as I remembered it. It's been a while since we've eaten here, probably about a year or maybe almost a year. And I'm just happy to be back here and having food, not out there in the cold, in the rain, hungry, kind of wishing I was on a tour that I'm not on right now. So it was a good substitute for the food tour.
After we finished that very filling but very enjoyable meal, we got on the monorail and made our way back to the TTC to get to our car and took the car back to our resort and decided to just stay in the room and work because it was still really cold and really rainy. We obviously don't want to work poolside, we don't want to be outside, and since we didn't have anywhere to go for a few hours, we decided it would be a good time to get some work done.
And there isn't great Wi-Fi in these rooms here at Caribbean Beach, but I had decent cell signal, so we were able to use the hotspot. We weren't doing anything super critical because, again, we'd kind of planned for the whole day to be at Magic Kingdom, and so we just worked on some things to try to get a little bit ahead on work for later in the week. And later on in the afternoon, early evening, we thought, okay, they didn't do anything at Magic Kingdom for Mardi Gras. We've heard they do stuff at French Quarter, though. We should head over to Port Orleans French Quarter and check out all the Mardi Gras celebrations over there. I bet they're having a lot of fun, and it's no longer raining, it's just cold. So hopefully they'll still be doing everything, even though it's chilly outside.
And we did layer up, so we're a little more prepared now because as it gets darker, it's gonna get even colder. And I tend to be cold anyway, so I had to make sure I had my jacket, my gloves. I was all ready. Even Robert was still wearing his jacket, so you know it was cold outside. We made our way over to French Quarter, and we were so surprised at all the decorations they had there. I mean, French Quarter looks amazing anyway.
Yeah, they're kind of like Mardi Gras year-round.
Yeah.
But not to this level. Usually they give you like some beads when you check in, and that's the extent of it. And then there's the decorations, but they actually decorated everything there. The lobby and the courtyard, and they were giving extra beads to anybody and everybody who wanted them. It was so cool.
And they had so many activities and things going on. We walked through the lobby there at French Quarter and walked out into that back courtyard, and the first thing we saw were the golf carts that the cast members have decorated. Every year they do a Pargo parade for Mardi Gras, and they make these floats, and they always do a theme, so all the floats go together. And this year's theme was movies that have an attraction here at the parks. And they went above and beyond on these. They were so cool.
You couldn't even tell half of them were golf carts anymore. It was ridiculous. The amount of work and time that they must put into these is just crazy to think about. But it was so much fun walking around and seeing all of them. They had the Frozen one, they had the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. I think Slinky Dog was probably the most impressive because it had multiple carts together. And it was just Slinky going all the way down, and then he had his tail at the very, very end. It was crazy how big that one was. They had several different ones there that were out, and they had even more that they didn't have out because they had them out in the parade earlier in the day, and they don't bring all of them out for the evening. Some of them they leave put away because they don't quite all survive the trek for the Pargo parade because it's a long drive, and well, they have a lot there on the golf cart, so not all of them make it.
It was also raining, so a lot of them actually got destroyed in the rain, which was super sad. But the ones that did make it and survive the rain, they did have out, and we were just so impressed. And about that time, the DJ started going, and everyone was there to party. You could just tell the cast members, the guests, everyone is there to have a good time. And the DJ started playing the music, and dancing went off everywhere because it was going to be a great night.
Now they had tables all around the courtyard with the dancing kind of going on right in the middle. So we decided to walk around the outside and see what all there was. Some of these tables had free things. Most of them were paid activities or paid purchases. There were drinks and snacks there. They were having a decorate your own mask table that was kind of cool.
That looked awesome.
They had face painting. They had a photo booth. They had all kinds of activities. Of course, all themed to Mardi Gras. And it was just so much fun, so many different things going on besides just the big dance party going on over there. And then in the middle of the dance party, we hear one of the cast members come on with the microphone and calm everyone down for a minute and say, hey, we're going to be doing a king cake eating contest in just about 5 minutes. So if you want to sign up, come on over here. So we went over there to watch. We didn't go to participate because, for one thing, they have sprinkles all over it that are different colors, so Alyssa can't participate. And I just wanted to kind of watch everyone else pig out by eating king cake without their hands, like off the table. So we went over there and watched that. It was very fun to watch, and of course, they did have real prizes. It wasn't just the fact that you got free cake if you ate your cake.
I mean, you got cake, so
yeah, but they gave
appreciative of that.
They gave you real prizes, though. You got some cool French Quarter merchandise. So it was just so much fun. The entire night was just one giant party for several hours.
But one of my favorite things that they did is they had characters there, and the characters were in their Mardi Gras costumes. We got to see Mickey. Of course, he had a super long line. And then we also got to see Goofy, and I think Goofy was the most appropriate character to have for this.
He had the whole like jester thing going on. It was so perfect.
It was perfect for him. The dancing went on all night long. It just kept going and going, even through the activities, the games. We of course went over to the photo booth because we're not going to pass up an opportunity to take pictures, but we just loved being there and being around all these people who are having so much fun. Of course, we're having a great time too. And you could tell that everyone was just having a blast, from little kids to older adults. We also got to see the general manager, who completely dressed up for this, which made my day because even the cast members were all into it.
Now, we were still pretty full from that huge breakfast / lunch that we had. It was kind of late in the morning, and we didn't eat any dinner because we really weren't hungry for it, but we can't leave French Quarter without getting an order of beignets because it's just part of it. So we stopped by and grabbed a bag to go. We didn't eat them there. We wanted to get back to our resort, so we had to drive over there. And we thought we could eat them in the room instead of there at French Quarter. It is cold outside. We kind of want to get back and just get into our room and settle in for the night. So we took those back, enjoyed those beignets there in the room, and that's the end of our day. So we will see you tomorrow
for our Year with the Ears.